right. I really loved this film, My Life. It's great. It reminded me of when I first saw the Shining documentary made by Stanley Kubrick's daughter, Vivian, when she kind of documented her family making that movie. What was that like? What was it like documenting your family during this movie?
It was great. I mean, I liked the whole process of doing it. Yeah, it was also tough because mostly night shooting. Only God Forgives was mostly shot at night, so it was tough with children. But I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Was it like part vacation and part work going out of the country?
Yeah, in a way, because we stayed at a hotel, so it's sort of like a long vacation for 6 months, even though you go to work. But yeah, it's you feel like you're sort of little bubble.
What were your best days during this whole shoot?
The best days?
Yes.
Well, every day was good. I mean, look, when you work, you're happy. When you're not working, you're worried about working. Mm-hmm. Then you're still happy. I think that, the best day is just knowing that the family's happy.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot of grief out of you.
And being with friends and family surrounded constantly while you're working must help, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, then it's like, it doesn't get any better.
What was the most excruciating part of the shoot of Only God Forgives?
The heat.
The heat.
Well, just, it was a tough location to shoot in, and it's like any other movie. It's like, you just adapt to it, and this is what it's going to be like.
Yeah. So obviously you're a huge, huge fan of movies and cinema. What are some of your favorite scenes from movies that have always stuck with you growing up that have influenced you? Favorite scenes?
Oh, God. I think that my first introduction to like music in films was probably like Once Upon a Time in the West.
Oh yeah. Because
my mother had the soundtrack when I was little, so I never saw the film until I was much later. But I remember listening to the music. I remember seeing Mean Streets and seeing the scene with Robert De Niro, I think, walks into Jumping Jack Flash. It was a bit like, wow, the power of slow motion and music is quite unique.
Pretty cool. What about you?
I think my favorite movie is Gone with the Wind.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I was pretty old when I saw it. I think I was 12. Before that, I was more into like Marlene Dietrich movies.
Okay.
Films. My mother was very much into Marlene Dietrich, and so. Yeah.
You like that? Like that type of stuff. I noticed I bought the Blu-ray for Snuff, and you had a little extra on that. You introduced the movie. Can you tell me a little bit about how you like Snuff and whatnot?
Well, I think Snuff is one of those great rock and roll movies it's just so odd. And the melodramatic nature of it and the trashiness of it, and then that awful tag-along ending, which I actually think is the worst thing about the movie. I think, it certainly made the movie famous, but it's not. I think the movie's better without that tag-along ending. I just love it's like an installation movie.
It is. I mean, I saw it back, I guess, when it was first released on DVD, and then when the Blu-ray came out, I was like, oh, I'm so happy you're part of that. Are you a fan of Wonder Woman?
I mean, I'm married to one.
Oh, look at that. Were you thinking about doing a version of Wonder Woman at some point?
Well, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Warner is thinking about doing a version of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I just happen to say I really like Wonder Woman, and but that's two different things.
Two different things. Would you still? Well, what movie? So you're making a movie right now, or in production of a new one, right?
I'm planning a film. Yes, very early stages.
And is there any besides that one that you really want to make, or a documentary you want to do after doing this one? Like make a documentary about something.
Well, for me, I'm more into feature guys. I don't really. I mean, I have so many ideas that could be fun to do, but it kind of just suddenly everything changes every day.
Everything changes every day. And what was it like working with Alejandro Jara Ski?
Well, I mean, we're very good friends, so it was very easy, you know. And I mean, I talked to him a lot, and I have a lot of readings by him about future.
Yeah, his comic book, right?
Yeah, and also, I mean, then there's the whole comic book world. I mean, he's writing a specific story for me to film.
Okay.
So
That's pretty awesome. The two great filmmakers here. I mean, that's so good. And my last question is, if there was something you could have witnessed in history, whether it be like a big movie premiere or an event from history, but you were born too late for, what would it be?
I would have loved to live during. I would have loved to have been old enough to experience disco.
Okay. All right. Like the music, the whole music scene.
The whole disco wave. I would have loved to have experienced that.
What's your go-to disco song since we were in a karaoke room?
MacArthur's Park.
All right, that's awesome. That's great. And about you?
Oh. I don't know. Nicholas claims that I'm Fritz Lang's daughter. So maybe something from that period. Metropolis or something. I don't know. I really don't know.
That's great. That'd be awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time, guys.